Ebooks web reader.
Hi, it's Dr. Robinson, and today I am taking you through how to use the ebook online, Pocket Keys for Writers. And I have opened the link from within Blackboard, and I am in the book, and I'm going to just take you through the navigation. The first thing you need to know is use Firefox. You are going to set up a unique JAWS profile. I have slowed down so you can actually hear it, but you also want to make sure there's no punctuation spoken either. Okay, so let's go ahead and tab and listen.
Firefox, next page, key to the book tab selected.
Okay, let me go ahead and control home.
Ebooks web reader, EO.
Okay, before I actually tab, I want to hit R for main region because that really is the fastest way to navigate around everything. So let's go ahead and do that.
Press enter to navigate a table of contents. Press escape to exit table of contents. Navigation region.
Okay, I'm going to tell you, you're going to avoid the table of contents in general. You're going to do what the teacher says. The teacher says she wants you to read, start out with pages 1 through 14. So I'm going to quickly show you where that's at. So hit R again.
Jump to page, jump to page.
Yeah. Jump to page, and that's going to be E for edit. So let's go ahead and we're going to finish our region and then come back to that. So R again.
Toolbar navigation region.
Okay, we're going to come back to toolbar also because I'm going to tab to the accessibility feature. There's a really great voice in here, and you may prefer that over the JAWS that you're using. Okay, let's continue to hit R.
Main contents to access the highlights, noted list
Yep.
features.
And I'm going to hush that up. So this is the main content area, and this is where you're going to listen to everything in your book. Okay, so the directions are to listen to pages 1 through 14. So right off the bat, I look at my directions in Blackboard, and I know I need to get to page 1. So I'm going to hit E for edit.
Graphic the top, jump to page edit cover.
Enter.
Enter, press enter to navigate a table of contents. Press
Backspace to get rid of everything in it, and you're going to hit number 1. And you're going to hit enter to open page 1.
Enter, main contents to access the highlights, noted list features.
Okay, and I'm going to hush them up, and I down arrow one time and listen.
Skip the main content button.
Yes. Hit enter on that, and it will immediately pop you to the main content.
Enter main contents to access the highlights, noted list features.
And I'm going to hush them up, and I'm going to down arrow and just listen.
At purpose, are there species expectation writing in college? What is what the text needs to
Okay.
accomplish?
Now, I down arrow and then up arrow to make sure I'm actually getting the 1 of chapter 1 and then the title, Writing in College. And I think I'm going to slow down just a little bit more so you can hear.
Slower, slower.
And down arrow.
At purpose, are there species expectations the text must meet to achieve its intended purpose? If so, what are they? Who is the audience for this piece of writing?
Okay. And you can continue down arrow.
Is there more than one audience? If so, are their interests similar or competing? What does the audience expect in terms?
Okay, this also comes up on your braille display, which is really nice, but you may want to go ahead and try out the voice of the book. So let's go ahead and hit R for region to get to
Graphic to top, press jump to page, toolbar navigation.
toolbar, tab,
Toolbar, help out, print button, search book and accessibility button.
Spacebar.
Space, accessibility, collect book.
I'm going to keep it slow, again the speed slow, and I'm going to go ahead and tab to play.
Close, zoom out, zoom in, audio player region, play button to active.
What's nice is it allows you to zip forward and zip backwards also. Now, as soon as you hit spacebar on this, you can insert space S and hush up JAWS. But I want to just have you listen to both so you can see how easy this is. So I'm going to hit enter on that.
Enter, ebooks web reader, EO.
Okay. And then you
Audio
get
player region.
One writing in college, what is what the text mean to accomplish? Is that proposed explicit or implied? What possibilities are there for revealing text that can meet the purpose? Are there specific expectations the text must meet to achieve its intended purpose? If so, what are they? Who is the audience for this piece of writing? Is there more than one audience? If so, are their interests similar or competing? What does the audience expect in terms of content, language use, time?
and spacebar immediately stops him from talking. So some of the pronunciations, propose, purpose, that is just part of technology. So once again, you can put your fingers right on your braille display when you're using your JAWS, and you can actually see, okay, propose, purpose, same word. This is just technology. It just is what it is. But Firefox absolutely works extremely well with this. You can change your voice to male if you prefer male. Actually, you know, I like the reader on here, but my JAWS, I like to have it read a little bit faster, and of course I know it well. And more advantageous is all the words come up on the braille display, and I can navigate and move really, really fast with my braille display. So using the combination of that. So I'm going to go ahead and unsuspend my JAWS voice, and I'm going to go to another page.
Full speech.
Okay, E for edit.
Graphic the top. Jump to page edit.
Enter. Backspace, and I'm going to go to page 5 and hit enter.
Main contents. To access the highlight. Bullet listen features.
Down arrow once.
Skip the main content button.
Enter.
Enter. Main contents. Main contents. To access the highlight. Bullet listen features. Select any block of text and press tab. Main region. CH2 of ring main contents. To access the highlight. Bullet listen features. Select any block of text. 52 of framework for critical thinking and formal writing. It avoids slang and abbreviations and adheres to a largely agreed upon set of conventions. For spelling, grammar, punctuation, and style, yes, times change and language changes. Disputes do inevitably arise, such as over the use of who or whom, they or he or she. Still, there exists enough agreement over what is correct for this preferred language to be labeled standard. You may wonder who sets this standard. No one person, committee, or professional organization determines it. Rather, standard academic English.
Okay, and the majority of the pages read pretty flawlessly, so they don't intermix, like propose, purpose, even though it's the exact same word, and spelling. And once again, if it ever misreads something in the pronunciation, which technology will, you can immediately put your fingers on your braille display and get that straightened out very quickly. So it's a really nice reader, very accessible, and quickly can navigate to any place you need to go. Once again, all the information in Blackboard tells you exactly where you go. You go to E for edit, enter for forms mode on, type in the page number you need to be at. Down arrow once, you hear skip to main content, enter. It immediately moves you to your page. Up arrow first, and then down arrow and read throughout your page. And you can insert down arrow very quickly. You can down arrow all the way through the page, and you'll actually get to previous page, and then you'll hear next page, and you can just hit enter on that. So I'm going to go ahead and do a read all command, and you're going to hear next page, and we're going to go ahead and do that. So insert down arrow.
May wonder who sets this standard. No one person, committee, or professional organization determines it. Rather, standard academic English is a set of conventions used by educated speakers and writers. Despite some local variations, areas of dispute.
I'm going to hush them up and control down arrow.
Main contents. To access the highlight, bullet listen features. Select any previous page 1 year right
and
button.
Even go faster.
Next page 6 button.
There's the next page and hit enter.
Toolbar, ebooks, web reader, EO.
And it immediately pops to the next page. Down arrow and listen.
Skip the main content button.
Enter.
Enter. Main contents. To access the main
Up
contents.
arrow.
To access the highlight, bullet listen features. Select any block of text
and you're always going to get that. And down arrow.
62 of framework for critical thinking. TSA framework for critical thinking as you read and write, especially for academic purposes. You may find the following framework useful for critically considering the relationship between context and writing. You can use these sections.
And I'm going to go ahead and hush them up. So anyway, that is how quickly and easily you can navigate around here. Any page. That's what's really nice about the E for edit, jump to page. If you wanted to do a search, you can go to your main region and the tools.
Graphic the top, press jump to page, jump toolbar, navigation region.
And tab to search.
Toolbar, help up, print button, search button to activate, press enter.
If you hit enter on that, it'll take you to a different page, but you're on a main search and you can type in the page number that way, but it takes longer, so why? Because the E for edit jump to page works pretty flawlessly. And I would open your Word or Notepad and go ahead and start taking notes in that, because that's going to be more easily accessed. So that is how you do the ebook, Pocket Keys for Writers. Very accessible and easily read. Please do make sure you use your braille display, and that's how you do that.